Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Chemda, this is the last show before Keith and the Girl week. So excited. We're having the launch party at my place. That's on Saturday. On Sunday, we're having You Can't Say That and Silent Trailers, the game shows. Then on Monday, my yearly stand-up, which, by the way, my friend Adam Brown is reading right now. I sent it to him. Mm-hmm. And what I realize he does, he adds the phrase piece of shit to everything every so often. I make a joke, and the punchline is, oh, it's a 7-pound, 4-ounce liar. And he adds, lying piece of shit.
Oh, okay. He punches it up for you.
Yeah, the punchline is, yeah, thanks for the socks, Ma. And he goes, thanks for the socks, Ma, you piece of shit.
Yeah, and he's like a professional furniture maker, so that
right.
That makes for a good editor.
I know who to give my stuff to. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you come down. I'm very excited. KeithandtheGirl.com/birthday. It's the way I celebrate. Today's guest is celebrating 5 years, host of the Man Whore podcast. Featured in the New York Post. That's home of the world-famous Weird But True. My pal and yours, Billy Procida.
What's up, you piece of shit?
How you doing, Billy? You know what I like.
You like that piece of shit play, I know that. Yeah.
Dude, there's so much play I got to talk to you about. No joke. But I'm looking at today's Weird But True. A Michigan police officer was busted for drinking on the job when he showed up tipsy to a breathalyzer training session. The Detroit cop blew a .08 after he brainlessly volunteered for a demonstration to teach officers how to test for blood alcohol levels.
You know, it'd be really funny. It's if I really test them, like, for real.
So 0.02% is one drink, whether it's wine or a shot or a beer.
How much is it, 0.02?
0.02
okay.
is the average. 0.08, so let's say, that's 4 drinks or so. 0.08 or more is against the law. And he risked it. He's like, this feels about right. Yeah. And then he's showing everybody how to use a breathalyzer.
That's a sobriety test at its best.
And then he gets arrested. I'm reading in New York, they're catching
What do you think is going to happen? He's going to go to jail, and then real criminals that he put in jail.
Well, you see everybody's, weird defenses, right? Oh, so how's breath?
Yeah, I'm trying to give a real breathalyzer test. Come on, yeah.
0.08 is the limit.
Let me show you.
As you can see, it still affects you. Okay, I'm going to go home now.
You guys are good. I thought you wouldn't be able to. The hell.
Do you know in the MTA, you'll see they put up these makeshift walls as they're doing construction in various spots. Sometimes the walls are fake, and they put it up to catch vandals. So you'll spray paint on there, and a cop comes from behind the wall and be like, gotcha.
That's so fun.
Isn't that cool?
Don't they have better things to do?
No.
When I got arrested, they came out of nowhere.
What did you get arrested for?
Jumping the turnstile is what I got stopped for.
Badass.
And then I got arrested for like some old shit that actually I don't think even happened, and I think they were just full of shit and wanted to arrest me.
And I'll tell you something fucking else. I don't even fucking think it happened. I'm not going to give more information.
Wait, what? You had a warrant out for your arrest?
I guess, but when I got to, I had to go to court. When I got to court, they were like, okay, so do you have insurance on your car now? And I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
For that?
Because I don't have a car or insurance. And they're like, just get out. And they go, no. Okay, I'm going to leave. But really what I want to do is stay here and go, then what'd you have me on? But I ran so far away. As soon as I got out of the court, I'm like, wait, I should have asked a couple of questions.
Why was I here overnight?
Yeah.
Et cetera.
I think there's a bench warrant for my arrest in Texas, but I don't know because I haven't gone back to Texas in 3 years.
Right. What's that for? Do you know?
A speeding ticket I didn't pay.
Yeah, whatever.
I was like, when am I going to go to Texas?
I mean, the world is really just not as safe with you being out here.
When am I ever going to go to the biggest state in the world as an entertainer?
Texas, start listening to his podcast and demand he gets there.
A Tennessee gal is suing her boyfriend for $1 million because he accidentally phoned her while graphically narrating his alleged sexual encounter with a man. The woman says she suffered emotional distress when he unwittingly subjected her to the call. The call lasted 88 minutes.
Wow. She committed to that call.
Well, after she was done masturbating to the fantasy, she was like, now I'm going to sue.
For 88 minutes, you're describing sex with your lover? Oh, my God. I stand down. I can't compete with that. For 80 how many minutes?
88 minutes.
Is he reenacting it?
Was he talking to somebody else?
Yeah, he's talking to like a friend. I'd be talking to you. I accidentally butt dialed my girlfriend. I'm telling you about a time I fucked a guy.
How epic was that fuck session though?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, what a good listener the friend is. That's award winning.
80-something minutes.
The
Did the whole sex last 80-something minutes, or the retelling is longer than
It's like
what
very
actually happened?
poetic language that just like drawed out all the sentences. Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, you know he's got to be describing his girlfriend too in that 88 minutes. Like, this is nothing like vagina.
Right.
He has to be very clear. I know how to work a dick.
He used every synonym for every word.
Right. Right. I thought you were ridiculous with all your play. This guy had some synonyms.
We did the butt play,
The
went
mouth
on for
play.
drinks play.
I paid the check play. The Michael Jackson family has put out a documentary of their own to say, hey, all right, HBO, ha, you're costing our Neverland Ranch some money by putting out a 4-hour documentary saying Michael Jackson touched kids. We're going to put out a documentary of our own. Well, guess what? No one was interested. So they took
Arriving at Neverland?
They took this half-hour documentary and they put it on YouTube. And
No one was biting?
nobody was interested.
It's not a Netflix original?
It's not a Netflix original. HBO was like, no.
No half-hour specials
And
for
you-
these guys?
and you
Did
know,
it get more hits than Gangnam Style?
It did not. Of course not.
Oh, okay.
No, I watched all of Gangnam Style. It's a little ridiculous. It's great. Directed by Ellie Pendraza and released on YouTube on March 30th, Neverland Firsthand, investigating the Michael Jackson documentary, aims to refute the allegations of Wade Robson and James Safechuck, who claimed in the HBO film that Jackson sexually abused them both as children. The new 30-minute film features interviews with Michael's nephew, Todd Jackson, and niece Brandy Jackson, both of whom say he never fucked them. Oh, good. They found two family members. So they were able to find 30 minutes of footage where he wasn't fucking kids, and now that's on YouTube. Brandy revealed that she and Robson, who was from the original documentary, dated for 7 years, and she says, quote, he has always been a bit of an opportunist. He knows how to position himself into different situations that will benefit him in a financial way. Ooh. Well, this is turning things upside down.
Right, because that's how I want to be introduced on Letterman. Just be like, our next guest, he was touched by Michael Jackson, and he's, I guess, a musician.
Brandy added, he's saying that he was in a relationship with my uncle, Michael, that they were in love, and that they were having a relationship, if you will. Well, I won't. I wouldn't really call that a relationship.
How old is this guy having a relationship with?
At the
Michael
time, he was
Jackson?
a child.
Okay, so that is not a sentence.
Right. He's saying that my uncle kept him from women, which is not true. We were just talking about how my uncle put us together. It would discredit the things that he's trying to claim. And I find it fascinating that he thinks he's able to just erase 10 years of his life. An attorney for Robson says Ms. Jackson was not with Wade and Michael Jackson when the sexual abuse occurred, and as such, she has nothing relevant to say about the topic.
I'm honestly not sure what you just said, because when people talk about innocent shit, they don't say like, I find it amazing.
Right.
Or like,
I find it quite humorous.
Yes.
You believed my uncle was fucking you.
I think she just sounds jealous.
He also used the phrase as such.
Right. Well, also to her, it looks bad on her if the uncle did fuck him, not because it's family, but because you didn't know that this was happening with your lover in the past.
I mean, that's the good news. You know, the bad news would be you knew this whole time.
Right. Now, do you remember BBC did a documentary with Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was willing to be in it, and he looked horrible in it. Then Michael Jackson, who also had cameras going, said, you know what? I'm putting out my version. And I saw the version. It made Michael Jackson look worse because you knew he edited. And he's telling people how he rolls around with kids. And I'm like, no, this is your side? This is worse. These are always worse. Oh, my Lord. Let's get to some happy things. I can't even. I really can't.
You have happy things?
I got a whole page about play. Just one blank page in the middle. I wrote play. So we're going to have fun. But first, let me tell you about Brooklyn and Sheets. This is where you have your good times.
This is where you play.
I have these. Winner of the best of online betting category by Good Housekeeping. So that's no joke. Raving reviews from Business Insider, Apartment Therapy, Men's Health. 35,000 plus 5-star reviews. That's more than any other online betting company. Now, I know you're like, who is going to spend their whole life's work to make the best betting possible? I don't know. I don't know if these people should be in a home. But until then, I need betting. I will go get the best. You know? I'd be, oh, this family's spending all their time making the best popsicles in town. Well, that's weird. But I like popsicles. I think I'll buy the best. That's what's going on with the betting. Okay? 5-star hotel quality sheets, more affordable than ever. Easy to order. Come on. Brooklyn and sheets, they're the best. They are, and I mean this, the most comfortable sheets I've ever slept on. I've dated people, a little bit of a prude. They lay down in my bed. They're like, oh, look at you. You wear cargo shorts, but you know sheets. They're always impressed.
Sheets and popsicles.
Now it's time for your upgrade. But do you know what I mean? Like if somebody said, oh, our family, we make the ends of shoelaces. If your family does that, I'd say. Like, yeah. Like, well, it must be very good if that's what you dedicated your life to. Yeah. Well, it's got to be 6,000 times more than a regular shoelace ends. Nope, actually less expensive because we cut out the middleman. Well, guess what? I'll take an address.
I didn't know there was a middleman in the end of shoelace tips.
There's a middleman in everything. Wake up. That's why this is like twofold. Of course,
This
there's
is
a middle.
savings play. Pay attention.
This is savings play, exactly. Brooklinen.com has given an exclusive offer just for you. Get 10% off your first order and free shipping. You use promo code POUND at brooklinen.com.
Billy.
No comment.
Thank you.
On the pound.
Brooklinen, and you don't have to pound hard on the, you know what I mean? Like you do your thing. It's just a clever way for you to remember the code. Mm-hmm. Okay. Brooklinen is so confident in their product that all their sheets, comforters, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. The only way to get 10% off your first order and free shipping is to use promo code POUND at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code POUND. Good for adults and children. Brooklinen, these really are the best sheets ever. Okay?
Okay.
Did they deny your request for the promo code to be Pound Town? And they were like, we'll just do Pound.
Well, they were afraid it'd confuse people. What if what if I live in a township, but not necessarily right? What if I'm in the country, but so it's like, just stick with pound.
Okay.
People will get it, you know? Now, we were joking last time you were here about, I called it blackmail play.
Sure.
But what you were explaining, and I really think you sex positive is beautiful, of course, but you do some dangerous shit. I really mean it. You were talking about a lady that said, hey, we're going to do something fun, okay? I'm going to allow you, it's probably your idea, but I'm going to allow you to take, you can tell me if it's not. I'm going to allow you.
It wasn't.
Okay, this isn't your idea.
This was terrifying for me.
Okay. She said, well, that's what's amazing that you still did it. She said, hey, take a video of me sucking your dick. I'm going to look right at the camera and I'm going to say, hey, my name's Jill, and I'm sucking this guy's dick. And she goes, no, this is humiliating to me. Don't show that.
Yeah, because blowing me is humiliating.
I don't. That's what I'm thinking. So then she says, but you have it in your back pocket. Now I'm going to have to do all the kinky shit you tell me, or you put this out there on Twitter and you ruin my life. Mm-hmm. So you go, one day you go, you know what? We just had the Super Bowl. The Rams lost. Go out there and blow a Rams fan. Make his fucking day. And she goes, I don't know. I just brushed my teeth. And you go, you know what, bitch? You fucked up. You fucked up. Tweet. And you tweet out the video. She immediately takes it down. Obviously, she can't go that far. And you said, look, she's not good with her communication.
Yeah.
Now, who gives a shit who can communicate? I'd be nervous somehow I end up dead.
And
oh, you're
me?
not.
End up dead?
Yes.
For what?
For what?
For posting the thing? I'd be more
Yeah,
afraid of ending up in handcuffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the tomato.
I had video. I had video of her. She sent me her own individual video saying that this is okay. I had a big ass email.
Your Honor.
In all our texts. I had a lot of stuff to back my case up just in case.
It didn't scare you at all. Like, I'm putting this out. And once she deleted herself and she's breaking the rules, that didn't scare you?
It scared me when I texted her, why'd you take the video down? And she read it and didn't respond. That scared me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the other day, Billy was doing fucking your husband's car play. And the husband caught him, took a bat to his head. And he's like, the wife doesn't understand communication. Like, all this stuff would really scare me. Did you ever do give the girl your social security number play?
No.
Okay.
Never that one.
But guess what, guys? I don't have an identity anymore. This is an absolute true story. Last Christmas, the last one.
Oh, we're talking about, okay.
Yeah, we're talking about.
The most recent Christmas, yeah.
Yes! How old are you?
This is my favorite
I'm
Christmas,
29.
by the way.
29. You're at your parents'
You're not 30 yet?
Ouch. No, I still have a few months.
No, you have a lot of experience
Oh,
with
thank you.
weird shit.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Like,
June.
like maybe he's so young he's fearless.
No, I mean, you still look like a baby.
Oh, thank God.
That's amazing too, baby play. But you don't even know they're doing it. So anyway, you're at your parents' house for Christmas, okay? And this woman, she's a comedian, she's a stripper.
Comedian is like, heavy quotations.
Well, that's rude, but she fancies herself funny. So anyway, she also strips. So she's a fun girl, I would say.
That's so code.
It sounds fun to me.
Yeah,
I know to you, you're involved that you call them people, but to me, I know it's going to be crazy, right?
Oh, boy.
I mean, it's a point of reference.
That's okay.
So she comes over to the parents' house on Christmas. Now, whether you have a back
Wait,
door
what? As a surprise? What?
to get laid. So whether you have a back door or not to sneak her in, it's Christmas. So how come wouldn't the parents
Christmas was long over. By the time, like the festivities were done.
but it's still the
Everyone was-
25th.
By the time she got there, it was the 26th.
See,
This was like a 1 a.m. thing.
I would think my parents, I think they would go like, I know my son has, they call me friends. My son would have people over, but it's Christmas. Let's go see who this person is. I would think. You don't care. But all right, maybe they don't respect you and they leave you alone. So this person comes over. Does she bring her dog or dogs?
She was driving from her mom's place in Pennsylvania to drive back to New York, and she had like 3 dogs with her.
Whoa.
In the car. And she was like, my dogs are going to be there. I was like, okay, I guess that's what's
Okay,
happening.
what? Okay, you're coming into the house?
Yeah, because she wanted to make sure that, one, I wasn't allergic and that she can bring them in.
Did you tell your parents any of this?
Well, so my dad lives in a different house than my parents are divorced. My mom was asleep, I think, at that point, but the house is laid out in a way that she would never know.
Okay.
But if she did, she didn't care. I kept it to the basement,
All right, cool.
And my sister, I think, maybe was home.
How big is this house? Like War of the Roses?
It's a big house.
Okay, so it's understood you're gonna have sex. It's 1 in, right or wrong?
Something was hopefully going to happen.
Yeah, something's gonna get smacked. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the dogs hopefully will be quiet and not nervous during it.
Yeah, dogs being loud, it's good. I don't
Yeah,
know.
dog play.
Yeah, dog play.
Okay.
I don't-
That's what they.
Well,
mean.
that's the thing. Puppy play is actually a real thing.
I bet it is.
But it doesn't involve real puppies.
Okay, good. That's what, like you're a baby and you act like a puppy?
In a way. Some people do that, yeah.
Oh, you ever do that?
No.
Okay, right. You have limits.
No, I prefer more, pretending to be a young person as opposed to a fucking dog.
What's the youngest you pretended to be?
I've never attached an age to it, but I get like
Fucking
small
dog.
and...
Interesting.
No, I've never been pretend to be a dog or pretend to be younger.
Right. Like a toddler?
There's never been an age to it. It's just more like I start acting small, young, little.
If
There's
you
different
were
words.
if you were that small and little,
Yeah.
could you then go outside and walk on the street by yourself, or would people be concerned?
I don't think I would go out in that headspace. No.
Right. That's what. I
How
mean.
young are you playing?
Again, there's no like age. It's just more about like an energy and a dynamic between me and like a dominant,
Are
caring
you playing
woman.
like dopey? Is that what's happening?
I'm playing like childish, like needy,
Whiny or not whiny?
not whiny. It's just more like seeking the comfort and care of a more dominant woman.
2 phrases. 2 requests. Name 2 requests that you would have in this voice.
Milky's
not- I'm- that's-
cookies.
That's the thing. I'm not even using words. It's really a lot of like noise. Nah, more like noises and just the way my body will curl up. That is freakishly good. Because I do know chicks who do like age play and they'll use those voices, and that freaks me the fuck out.
It's so sexy to some people.
To some people, and
To
it can.
everyone who dated Christy Chow.
Has somebody tried that with you, and you're like, "Whoa, I can't do this."
No one's tried that with me.
Okay.
But yeah, so this woman came over like 1 a.m. and brought her dogs, and everything was fine.
Right.
Until she She was in some trouble on Facebook.
Why do all your stories end in until she like?
It's great. She came in the house, no problems.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. She got in the door, and that went swimmingly, and it was downhill from there. So she was like in some trouble that week because she posted on Facebook like a rap lyric that had the N-word in it, but she didn't censor the N-word.
Wow.
And her defense, she was doing the typical defense of, "What? I'm quoting a rap lyric. Like
Right.
what? It's the word in the thing."
Do they expect to get feedback back and then to fight the feedback? Or because
I think she wanted to upset some people,
Yeah.
probably. Who knows? I mean, look, I didn't really know her. I met her once
Right.
at an open mic like a week prior. She
Okay,
put
then what happened? So she's in trouble.
yeah.
So she wants
she
you
was
on her
so,
side.
So like I think I made a joking aside about it, and she like went off about how like, oh, people are sensitive, people are ridiculous, blah 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 blah, and then she tried to make me say the N-word, and I was like,
As N-word play?
So you can't have sex with her until you say the N-word so that she knows in
It was-
private we say it.
it wasn't as explicit as that, but she was very insistent because when I first just like was like, I don't want to. And then she's like, no, say it. And I'm like, I don't like how the word sounds. Like, and she's like, say it. I'm like, and she literally spent 5 minutes trying to make me say the N-word.
She was N-word raping you? I don't want to. You have to. What?
Are you thinking like, can I say it with the A at the end? Can my dad come over and say it to you?
he'll say it instead. No,
Did you have a safe word and you just say it like this is not the play I want?
that's the thing. It wasn't even a sexual thing. It was just her being angry at people being mad at her.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
maybe you could still use a safe word.
Yeah, but she insisted it's.
I think I may have actually been like, hey, I'm just gonna kind of call a hard red on that, and I just don't want to. I may have
Nice.
said something along those lines, and I still didn't ask her to leave. I was like, well, let's see what we can work
Right.
with here.
Right.
And then she like started saying some whorephobic shit and some like kind of ignorance.
Horophobic?
Whorephobic.
What's that?
What?
There's like
When you
it's like she doesn't think like women should be able to do sex work, even though she herself, as a stripper, does sex work.
how does this even come up? She's mouthy.
Yeah, like
who
well, I'm
asked?
trying to find things to talk about, and I know very minimal things. I know she kind of does comedy, I guess, and then I know she strips because she put her pussy in my face at an open mic. This is about all I have to work with,
Right.
and you know,
So let's just bring up a safe topic.
Like
Don't
stripping,
you think
yeah.
whores are cool?
well, no, it was just more like she was telling me a story, and I brought some, you know,
Yeah,
like
you can't help yourself.
yeah. So just thing after thing was like going down the fucking tubes until
Right.
eventually I was like, you know, it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, I think I'm good. You know, I'm gonna go to bed.
Right.
And you know, I kicked her out.
And
Kind
then you turn on Jay-Z so she can hear it through the window. Like, fuck her.
that would have been a nice way to troll her. Yeah. It was a fucking very bizarre experience.
No, it wasn't. It's a very
What?
normal experience for who the fuck you are.
No, someone trying to make me say the N-word, that's like
I am proud of you. I mean it. Who
that
would
I
know?
didn't say it because
Yeah.
you saw a picture. You know there are some dudes for her would have been like, are there any cameras?
Right.
No. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, not for this shit.
I mean, the whole thing is so silly. What? Like, why is she even spending energy on this?
Yeah, no, it's a ridiculous thing.
What's her name?
I don't
What
know,
open
so
mic does she go to?
It's
Where does she strip?
I don't know actually.
Oh, you really liked her.
She's oh no, she doesn't she doesn't strip at one place. She's like a touring stripper. Like she strips at different places. She's like a freelance stripper.
Oh, that's good.
She goes to different clubs and strips different nights.
That's hot. You gonna go see her?
No. Zero interest. I like immediately became so turned off.
Did you try, like, how about the N-word? I mean, that's the one. Like, did you say, hey, can I say the one for Jews? Like, are you trying to...
Trying to like to negotiate what
Yeah.
slur I can use.
Yeah. Like, some aren't as bad, you know? I mean...
Oh
I know,
yeah.
You know
I
what
could
mean.
throw some like Pollock type thing. I don't
No,
know.
like if you put like sand in front of the word, it'll be okay.
Oh, that definitely doesn't work.
I'm listening. I listen.
It would have been funny if I was like, "How about I say this one?" And she's like, "No, it needs to be without the sand." Because
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, you did the right thing. Don't call up Henda for advice. So I listened to your show, the Man Horror podcast, of course. And I listened to also, of course, the latest one.
Oy.
And you talked to your ex. And by the way, every time I see you have an ex. So either congrats or I'm
Well,
sorry.
It's always like it's an ex hookup or dating, but this person happened to have been an ex girlfriend.
But it's always dramatic.
yeah, you know, dating me isn't easy.
because you're not willing to say racial slurs.
Correct.
In this day and age, you would think it'd be easy.
I don't do, dog fucking play, and
Right.
I don't say racial slurs often.
So you break up with she dumps you. Who dumps who? Because you said it was sad.
They broke up with me over the phone. Yeah.
Okay, they so this
This
person
person
uses
used
those
they them pronouns.
Okay.
Yeah. They do pronoun play.
They broke up with you over the phone?
Yeah, I was in San Francisco at the time.
Oh, okay.
See, they becomes confusing when I talk to you because you would be somebody that would be with multiple people. So, right? So
Yeah, it is also feasible that a group of people would break up with me collectively
Right.
over the phone. That is
You're on
very
speaker.
realistic. They get together and be like, all right, we're all going to dump Billy Sunday at noon. Jennifer, don't be late. I know you do that. And someone's like, I'll bring the quinoa.
We need to be a collective voice.
so she breaks up with you. What's her main concern? Why does she say it has
There
to
was,
end?
it's like we just fought a lot.
About?
Like absurd, crazy, random shit, little
Okay.
things. A lot of it would be about like someone would take issue with something someone said or did, and then one of us, the other one would just be like, "That's not how it happened," and then it would just escalate
Okay.
from there.
How long were you dating?
3 months.
That's a lot of drama.
I know. I know.
There's no way that you need to argue at all. Like,
Yeah,
2-3 months in.
It was an intense relationship. It kind of escalated
What
very
does the
quickly.
word intense mean?
For me,
Yeah.
I felt like a lot of feels, like really.
The sex
Excuse
was
me.
good?
Sex was good, but that's usually, I mean, it's not like I don't have sex often. So it's not like that's the thing that's going to, I don't like, fall in love with someone because like, oh, the sex was good.
Yeah, but you also do comedy all the time. But when the set is good, you feel like there's a difference.
Sure, but I don't think that's the thing that like gets, I mean, after the first date, I was like, ooh, I think I'm feeling the thing. Because I'm the type of person I tend to know early on.
Like love.
I a pathway
Okay.
towards
Something good.
a pathway to citizenship. Something.
Oh,
like
well,
that.
there's your fucking problem. Why are you feeling all that after 5 minutes?
I can't. It's not 5 minutes. It's just I can't control it.
Yes,
It's
you
a
can.
feeling.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, no, I can control.
Feelings aren't
No, I
facts.
can control my actions in relationship to certain
And
feelings.
how intense did you get in these 3 months? Did you cross boundaries, like seeing her too much or being?
I mean, I
in
think
love
that was
too
part
much?
of it. We saw each other a lot, so it was a lot of dating in 3 months.
Yeah, you got addicted to her like after the first hit.
Yeah, well, they were a little addicted to
Sorry,
me too.
they.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Were they
That's
though?
all right.
Because I listened to this podcast.
Wait, so it's okay if they're addicted? Okay, continue.
No, what I'm trying to say is it wasn't like Billy was head over heels and chasing them all the time. It was like we just both really like we spent multiple nights a week with each other every week for a couple months. And so that kind of like really will fast track any relationship, I think, whether in a good or bad way.
I'm picturing you explaining the breakup to a friend, and you're angry, but you have to keep catching yourself using the right pronoun.
I mean, oh,
You know what I mean?
Dude, they dumped me an hour before the Super Bowl started, and I was at my sister's Super Bowl party where I don't really know anyone. I'm now getting really, really hammered, and I'm angry, and I'm like in and out of tears, and my sister's trying to explain to people, but also they'd be like, "Oh, did she?" And then like I'm in full tears, but like it's they, and I'm like, why am I fucking wasting? Like yes, it's good, and so then I had to like adopt a policy where like I will correct someone once. And as long as I'm still hurt, I'm not going to waste my time correcting them on
think that's
subsequent
fair.
occurrences.
Right.
But like after a while, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like I'm constantly correcting people. So
But how many times do you fall in love in a year?
not often.
Every time you're here, you're like heartbroken over someone.
No, you guys happen to strategically always schedule me after a breakup.
Yeah,
But you get scheduled at least once a year.
No,
we asked
well,
the
no,
streets.
well, I was with Paige for a couple of years, and there were 3 breakups.
You know
in
I
that
don't
relationship.
monitor your dating life to book you after you get broken
Okay,
up with,
I-
right?
Yeah, but I don't know how sadistic Andrea is.
No, trust me, she doesn't have time for this shit. I mean, she's always glad, but
I don't fall in love that many times. It's I had 3 breakups with that other girlfriend I had, and then Shay was a year ago. So I think y'all booked me like very accidentally, like right after that happened. So
Okay, so this person, Shay, you have her on the podcast. You have them on the podcast, and this is the way I heard it. Tell me if I heard it wrong. You said you would say multiple times, "I love you," and they, of course, said it back.
no,
Never said it back.
no,
Okay, I didn't hear on the podcast that they felt bad that they ever said it.
no. They felt bad every time I said it
Oh,
because they were like, I'm not.
but they wouldn't
there
correct
yet.
you.
They wouldn't correct me. They would just be like, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I mean, this was also, I said I love you after like a couple months, and then, then I was gone for a couple weeks shortly after, and then I got dumped while I was gone.
Okay. Yeah. I heard that you both were poly. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're non-monogamous people. Yeah.
Is poly offensive?
No.
Okay.
Poly is just different, right? So non-monogamy means you're open, and poly means you're in a relationship with people.
Yeah, they're full blown poly. I'm I can't get one person to stay with me long enough to test if I can romantically date multiple people. But yeah, same thing.
Shay said she was upset that you promised you would always say ahead of time if you're gonna fuck somebody
or hook up with someone. Yeah, that was the
Or hook
boundary.
up with
That was the terms of the relationship that they set. Yeah.
Okay. However, you were on some kind of show.
I was at the AVNs.
AVNs.
Yeah, like the porn Oscars.
That's
hanging
trouble,
out
bro.
with the porn peeps.
Now, do you have Shay on speed dial if you're at the AVNs?
So it wasn't that they wanted permission, because there are people who want that type of thing. They're like, no, you have to ask me before anything. They just wanted to know. So they literally would have just wanted a text.
Right.
And I did do that.
What is that text? Because that's like all of a sudden popping up in my phone. What's the language of that text? About to hook up, or won't be able to answer my phone for another, how long? 12, 20 minutes?
3. So, for example, before the trip, I knew there was a person out there that I was crashing with, and I was probably going to hook up with her at some point. So I just told Shay, it was like, oh, and there's this person, Lindsay, I'm probably going to fool around. Great. Mm-hmm. That was done. And then, like, while I was at AVN, there was, like, one porn star I connected with, and, like, we realized we're probably going to fuck. So I just was like, hey, I'm really excited. I'm going to go fuck this, porn star I met, like, later tonight. And they're like, great. And I did tell them what happened. There was an incident, basically, recording my podcast with this performer, Jay Taylor, and we were doing a bonus episode for Patreon. And at one point, she's trying to explain the difference between the A spot and the P spot. And yes, Keith, I know there's a lot of different spots. I don't know them all either.
I swear to God, if this is the asshole spot and the pussy spot, get the fuck out.
It's not. They were trying to, like, explain something to me. And so at one point, they just got a little frustrated trying to figure out how to say it. And they were like, can I just show you? And there was, like, some other people in the room watching us do this recording. Right. And I was like, okay. And then they, like, guided my fingers inside her pussy. And
did you feel it? Did you feel something?
Well, they were just like, oh, like, here's G-spot. Here's how okay, turn your wrist this way. So it was a very...
Did you feel all those spots? Did it help you?
I mean,
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what a little bit I mean. So I could see the, maybe the pressure of almost doing stand-up so you're not paying attention, but your fingers are in her vagina.
Right, in the most clinical of ways possible.
Okay.
Anyone who listened to the recording would be like, oh, yeah, this was not like a hookup.
But she was still upset because...
So after the recording, I called them up because I went into the lift to go... fuck this other person who I'd already told them about.
Right. But this is unrelated.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, hey, this weird thing happened during the podcast. And they were like, oh, cool, interesting. Like, I didn't get yelled at when I told them about it. It only became a fight a few days later when we were in a fight about something totally different. Then they brought it up to be like, oh, well, you cheated on me because you didn't tell me you were going to hook up with Jay. And I'm like, I didn't hook up with Jay.
And why didn't it bother you then?
I mean, it did bother me then. Yeah.
No, why didn't it bother Shay then?
Oh,
that's what you're saying.
That's one argument.
You
sure.
think it means you're just bringing this up because we're fighting now?
In the moment, that was definitely something I thought. Yeah,
you understand? I'm half a doctor.
You love this because this comes with the other side, the high passion. I can't believe we have to separate for 5 minutes. You don't love this a little bit? The high passion of everything.
No, I'd rather not get yelled at for cheating when I didn't cheat.
I get that. But what comes with the other side of it? Like high passion, high coming in, like spending a lot of time with each other, not wanting to be separated, all that stuff?
No, because the final month of the relationship was mostly fighting.
Not in the final month. The first 2 months.
Yeah, but we didn't fight in those first 2 months. And then
what did happen? It was like a crazy amount of love.
It was but also like...
That makes no sense.
But with my relationship before that, we didn't like go into crazy love and then fighting for the rest of the time.
What happened?
With that one?
Yeah.
That was, 21, 22 months of, what I thought was a regular relationship stuff.
Right. Somebody's always misunderstanding you.
Not that first relationship. That one with Shay, there was a lot of that. Yeah.
Well,
Just a lot.
all I know is if somebody says you have to let me know before you hook up,
Right.
and you're literally hooking your finger up, then it's wrong.
I didn't see it as hooking up because I was like literally just putting my finger. I didn't like finger someone as much as like I put
Right.
my fingers in someone's cunt, you know?
Does it hurt your feeling? Oh my god!
I don't count it, by the way.
Yeah, like, and I think anyone who had heard it
Do you say?
would have
Do
said
you
the
say
same
no
thing.
joke? Do you say? Did you just say cunt to make it sound more clinical?
I don't know. It just kind of came
It's
out.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't say cunt terribly often.
The during that show,
Yeah,
did I hear you say, "Were you ever in love with me?" Like you
I
pushed-
did ask. Yeah,
and
they were like, no.
how did that feel?
I expected that. I was just curious. I was also trying to get some emotion out of this person because, you know,
Did you cry after that show?
You know, I did.
Okay.
yeah. It was very.
Is it worth it?
I
I love it. Keep doing
Sure.
it.
No, I mean
but-
that's kind of what I do with this show. Is like, yes, there's a lot of fun stuff, and we'll talk to someone who like I used to hook up with, and it'll be a fun conversation, and we'll tell fun stories. And sometimes we're going to get into some more emotional shit, whether it has to do with me, like with Shay, or has nothing to do with me, like someone who hooked up with me, and then not long afterwards started spiraling down in depression. Ended up in an institution, and then was out and trying to figure out how to love, date, and fuck again. Like, that was a heavy conversation and really emotional, but had nothing to do with me. I really enjoy having those. I like connecting with people.
when you have an ex on your show,
Yeah.
is there ever any chance you might get back together because of the magic of that show?
It's happened.
Really?
Yeah.
So they could have happened again. There was a chance you were thinking.
I thought I was open to a lot of possibilities.
Your parents are divorced now, right?
Correct.
How many times have they split and got back together?
It was 5 until it really stuck. Yeah.
What happens when they get back together?
Well, they haven't gone back to. I mean, when they finally had papers signed, like it was pretty done.
But what happens? Like, do they get angry with each other and then come back and get like sweet on each other? Did you watch the changes? Or
It was always just my dad always re-pursuing my mom. My dad just wanted to stay with my mom because that was his high school sweetheart, which I don't think my sisters and I understood until like breakup number 3, because he finally, like, we were like in a deli in Englewood Cliffs, and my sister Morgan and I are trying to talk to my dad, be like, stop trying to get back together with mom. Like, this is not healthy, and like, it's over, and like, we want you to be able to move on. And he's like, this is the person. This is her. Like, yes, he cheated, but this is always. Well, you're gonna tell me you can't love somebody. Whoa. Are you gonna tell me you can't love somebody that you cheat on?
Yes, of course. But when you say this is the person, you only say it. You know, those guys only say it in convenient locations and times. So this is the person.
Yeah, but each.
No.
Okay.
This is the person until this other person turns me on.
I think it's a little bit more nuanced and complicated.
It's not
than that.
nuanced. It's the truth or not the truth.
Turning someone on in love are different situations.
Not for your mother, right?
Hmm?
And she made that clear. Not for your mother.
No, I'm not excusing my dad's infidelity. I'm just trying to explain, like, this is where he was coming from. Where he
Fake passion and fake romance.
Again, I am not trying to justify my dad's behavior. I'm trying to explain how we came to understand why he kept trying to get back together with her.
Yeah, because
over the course
he
of
equates love with nonsense.
I don't think that. I think over the course of 8 years, very different. So, anyways.
Can you imagine him as the psychiatrist and she laughs at the patients?
Oh, that her kill count would be through the roof.
Right.
No, so
Remember when she thought she was the good cop and I was the bad cop? Can you imagine? My goodness.
yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well,
Too harsh, Billy?
No. I just don't think that it was as simple as that. I think, especially depending on how you were brought up to view relationships and gender and stuff, and also like that's a different generation than the way like I was brought up and the way I think about
Of course,
things.
yeah. I
Right.
thought of that
So
initially, but when do you move into the new
there's a lot of that.
generation?
Right. Well, this is 2000, like fucking 2008. It was different, and there's a lot of Madonna horror stuff going on. You know, I think especially that generation still saw like you don't do anal with your wife type of thing. So yeah, like my dad cheated, but he still loved my mom, and that explained why he kept trying. We all were like, stop trying to get back together with her. Like, this is over. But at least I started to understand why he kept coming back, because I always forgot they've been together since teenagers.
And it was a different time. Explain, can you even picture you try to explain to your dad, I didn't say the N-word to get laid in private? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. He'd be like, "What are
laugh
you,
at
stupid?" No.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You check for bugs and then you say it. Come on.
Blow the pussy for safety.
Oh, no, I meant like recording bugs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I figured they'd
Oh, I thought for a mic, Keith. I thought you were on the same page.
No, I took it like that's how they deal with venereal diseases.
Look, I've been screenshotted enough to know like you just always check to see who's listening.
Have you caught somebody secretly recording you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that would be so big.
Who
Right.
knows? I don't know. I'd be scared. You go to strangers' houses, you're doing whipping play. I
All
don't know.
sorts of, yeah, I let strangers into my place while I'm blindfolded and very helpless. So,
See? So who knows, right?
I don't
Okay.
know. I'll keep doing it till, it doesn't work. And then
By law,
I'll have an epic obituary.
the phone should be clear. Like by law, when you hit record, it should go ding dong, like very clear.
You're right.
It should
You're
be.
right.
I don't know what's
You
happening.
are recording.
Right.
What was it like for you to listen to such an intense conversation between former partners?
LOL. Keith.
That's fine.
Feelings. No, not
Oh,
me.
okay. Oh.
No, I thought it was really good because she was really articulate. You were not avoiding the nuances that could sort of, move the conversation along a lot faster. Like you were letting her bring up stuff that maybe you disagreed with, and I thought it was really, really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't like to get deep. I just enjoy myself, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, at first I was on her side. I was like, she's really articulate. I really like her. But then she started kind of picking on you, I thought, about nuances that you didn't agree to, that it was under the umbrella of your agreement, but it wasn't necessarily, if you look at it, it wasn't the truth.
I will say one thing that upset me was we went into like one of the blemishes on my dating record, which happened to be with them. But then when I wanted to bring up their blemish, like probably the worst thing they've done in a relationship, all of a sudden it was like, I don't know if I want to get in depth about that because that's my big black mark on my dating record. I'm like, we just spent like 20 minutes doing mine and how I.
How old is she?
I think they're 26 or 25. I think 26. Yeah.
Have you dated anyone?
Older?
Yeah.
And
do you like it?
I mean, I would love to date someone older.
Nice age play.
Yeah. See, that's actually a term. There we go. We finally found one.
Of course.
But you haven't?
I've been with older women and like had sexual relationships with older women that were extended, but never like a girlfriend who was older.
Is it different to have sex with an older woman?
Not too much. I mean, yeah, it just depends. Because I could say yes because they're more experienced, but then again, like I'll be with someone who's like 42 and she doesn't know so much because like maybe she was married for 20 years or whatever. So it just depends. I like it because I always like learning, and I just always find that I'm going to probably learn from someone older and more experienced, which isn't necessarily true, but I think that's part of the attraction.
Do you have a tip that you're so glad that you learned?
Look up the
along
A
way?
spot and the P
About
spot.
dating older women?
No, just fucking in general, dating.
Listen to their body.
But what does that mean? Everybody says that. Like what's
Pay attention to the nonverbals. I mean,
like what? What have you paid attention to that you're like, holy shit, this pays off?
Sure. Yeah. When something's good, like you'll hear, I mean, it's also different for different people, but like the way they gasp for breath or the sounds of certain moans or like way their body reacts to things or
Where
the way
do
they
you
might.
look that up?
You don't
I'm
look
not
it up.
kidding.
No. You just kind of pay attention. Like does their body start to freeze up a bit? Maybe stop doing that or maybe be like, hey, you good? Because sometimes they'll be like, yeah, no, I was just getting ready. And sometimes it's, no, that actually doesn't feel good. Because yes, I think a lot of people will listen for the verbal stuff, but I think it's more important to pay attention to the nonverbal stuff.
I do think this is very huge because the people who have blown my mind in sex in the past have all said it's because I looked up or I read a book or whatever about body language.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's across the board. Like if you blew my mind and consistently and like, really felt like, oh, you were in my mind during sex, it's because you read a book, you looked it up, you studied how to read people's body language.
Yeah. And also like don't be afraid to verbalize things based off of your observations. So like if let's say there's like a moment where she's freezing up and you're not sure if that's good or bad, you can just ask like, is it okay? I think a lot of people are worried like talking is going to ruin the vibe. But if you do it the right way, like it doesn't have to kill the vibe. It can just be a fun say with a smile on your face, and it's probably going to be interpreted well.
All right, hold on. Taking notes.
Yeah.
Care about them.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
and it's going to be difficult. There's some videos I can pass along for you on that.
And number 2, talk if you gotta. Okay,
Yeah.
all set. All right, let me tell you about stamps.com.
Oh, I love that segue.
Yes. Well, you know he has time to go to the post office, especially Billy fucking up and down the street. He's busy. Who's got the time? You got to worry about these 3 dogs in your house, keeping them away from mom. You're going to do traffic, parking. I know those are probably sex terms, but you know what I mean. I mean, with your car, right? You're going to lug all your mail and your packages. That's a hassle. You live in the future. You need stamps.com, one of the most popular time-saving tools for small businesses. It eliminates the post office and saves you money with discounts that you can't even get at the post office. I bet if a woman says to you, hey, let's do something freaky, sex in the post office, you'd be like, too much. That's a waste of my time. And I get it. Stamps.com brings all the amazing services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your computer. God damn it. Whether you're a small office sending invoices, an online seller shipping out products, or even a warehouse sending thousands of packages a day, Stamps.com can handle it all with these. I bet you mail weird shit, right?
Yeah.
Underwear. Yeah. That's what you want to do. Look somebody in the eye. Right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Go to stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in KATG. That's stamps.com. Enter KATG.
Not pound.
I knew you'd say that, so we're going to go with KATG.
Okay.
Okay, that was in the past. Okay? We live in the now, right? We listen to the language. Now, if you have a question, yes, but you don't say dumb questions, right? Smart questions. Right. It's not just talking.
You didn't notice me freeze up just then. Oh, no. You weren't very attentive.
Is this okay, Billy?
By the way, Billy, you're with somebody now that squirts.
Yes.
Okay? You may have seen it in that documentary, The Dirt. That woman did that. I have heard from doctors, both. I've heard that it is actually a different liquid than pee, and I've heard that it is actually simply urine. What are our thoughts on the squirt?
Well, I and no one in this room, I'm pretty sure, is a scientist. So
We didn't graduate per se. Yes.
Unofficial studies.
Right. Unofficial.
Yeah. I'm into it. I think it's awesome.
Okay.
And
but
the
what
easier-
is? But what is it?
What is it?
Yeah, is
It's-
it urine?
I don't know.
Okay.
Did you taste it?
Yes, I have drank many of squirt fluid.
Is
Yeah.
it?
So does it taste like cum or does it taste a little like pee or something completely different?
Well, it doesn't taste like male jizz, and there's like a scent of urine sometimes.
But there's a female jizz.
yeah,
like
but
a
I don't.
thicker
Yeah, but I
substance.
don't know what that tastes like necessarily. But
Oh, hold on. I got a third one. Look for the female jizz. Okay. Very good.
yeah, no, it's I don't know. It's,
Wait, but you did taste the.
Yeah. I'm like,
Okay,
get
so
it
why
up
is
in
it
front of
crazy-
me. Let it just come into my mouth.
But
Yes,
then why
just
is
let
it-
me gargle.
But then why is it crazy when I ask you if you tasted female jizz? You're like, no, I never.
Well, because I don't know what that means. What you mean? Do you mean the
Oh.
ejaculate, or do you mean something other?
Like regular cum.
Oh, like okay.
Does it taste like regular cum?
No.
Okay. Does it taste like? Is it just a more liquidy cum?
It's sometimes more bitter. It also depends on her.
Okay.
But
Is cum a
I don't-
weird word when we're talking about women?
no, it's also just different because I'm not
Is
thinking.
that why you guys think we don't need to cum because you think it's a weird word? Because
No, please come all over me. I've literally
Thanks,
taken her.
Master.
I've taken her off my cock and shoved put my hands on her ass and shoved her to my face just so it. I was like, just more on. She gushes and it's so sexy and so awesome.
what's the consistency? Like pee?
It's close. The consistency is more like pee than my jizz or something.
Like a slow, like a.
It's like a liquid. Oh, it's
She's new to liquids.
yeah.
No, I have.
Sure.
I don't think I've squirted, but I have like gushed. I don't know what to call that. It's not like a stream. I'm wondering if this is a stream, and also it felt like it was water. It wasn't like thick like regular cum. So
I think
is
we're
this
ta-
a stream? Is this a squirting? Like, should
Well,
I picture squirting?
Does
Yeah,
it
no, picture squirting. It's like gushing out, but like kind of going in
It
different.
arcs.
It's not like, I don't know how to describe it.
It
dude.
comes out like pee comes out.
I'm too focused on getting it in my mouth to like look at how it came out and what trajectory. I didn't really have my compass and protractor.
Okay, but you keep
handy.
making your hand like it arcs, right? So
It spurts out.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't
Billy, don't act like this is crazy. I know what sperm comes out like
Right.
ejaculate, even though it's in my mouth or my vagina.
Right, what I'm
sometimes.
saying-
Wait, no.
Okay.
And then so sometimes I am looking at it like, oh fuck, watch you come. So don't act like this is fucking crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm saying usually my mouth is so close, it's not going long enough to have an arc.
So it's usually from eating her out.
This one, yeah. Some women.
Do me a favor, back up a little.
Okay.
Next time, back up a little. Watch it. Let me know what it looks
and
like.
I want to hear your
Okay,
phone
I
go.
will.
I am recording. I want all of it.
I probably have a video on my phone.
All right. Since we're talking about this,
and you still don't know what it looks like?
I guess yeah, sure. I'll bring it up and we'll figure it out.
Okay. I'd like to watch the video if you'd have me.
Sure.
Continue.
have you ever eaten poo?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Have you? I feel it's a way more relevant question for you.
You know what? I don't know. My mouth's down there. Who knows what happens? All right.
Just toilet stuff. I feel like if someone in the room was into it, I feel like it might be Keith. I don't know.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, you're talking. You don't know if you're drinking pee or not, but toilet stuff.
Who cares if it's pee?
Right.
Who cares?
I'm curious. Who cares what's in Little Debbie donuts? I'm curious. You know what I mean? If there was a list of ingredients on the side of a woman's thigh, I'd read every single one. Okay, I care.
And while you're reading it, I'm gonna figure out how to get that onto my face.
I don't understand. We're just asking for
Sure.
a description of the taste, smell, and act. This is I will describe any kind of cum to you if you want.
It's a splatter. It just comes out. It does this.
Like a hose that you press?
Yeah, if you put your like thumb on the top.
Okay.
Okay.
That is a
There we go.
description. So it shoots out quickly in one stream.
Your parents.
No, not one
poorhouse.
stream. It's like it's a big.
Ah.
Like I said, we'll go to the video soon. I promise.
Okay. All right. Of you having sex or eating her out? Is that what I'm looking
Well,
at?
so it depends. Different women have squirted in different ways. This woman.
What video is this?
This is a video of me fucking her, and then I pull out so she can squirt.
Oh, can I watch that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, be honest. Be honest. In fact, close your eyes. I don't want you to see either of our reaction. Okay. Who's more crass, me or Hemda?
You.
This is shocking to me. Now I know you're fucking insane. All right, you can't say that. Billy's going to be there this Sunday.
Yes,
of course,
I am.
get your tickets at keithandthegirl.com/birthday. It's how we're celebrating Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. My birthday. Like most birthdays, it happens every year, and it's that time of the year. You'll be working with Tracy Carnazzo.
Yeah.
Playing You Can't Say That, a cross between a taboo and charades. How do you feel you will do? Are you a good listener?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna read all the nonverbals. I'm gonna read your nonverbals, Keith. I'm gonna read your nonverbals.
Well, I'm just telling you now, she's not allowed to talk during the game.
Okay.
So good luck. Billy Procida, you want to download the podcast? I did. This guy, he spills his guts. He spills his heart. He'll even ask the woman one more time, "Do you seriously though? Do you love me?" You know, and then he'll hang up and do some cut and crying play. But who cares if he's willing to do it? I'm not breaking into his house to find the recording. Then download it. It's
You
free.
know what? There's not many duos that I enjoy more than Billy and Keith.
Aw.
Thank you.
There's the Mike Kaplan and Keith dynamic that's just where like you guys love and hate each other at the same time so perfectly. Oh my
You
god.
want to fuck? No. Okay.
Hate play.
Would Keith be your type?
No.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. No. I do know.
How many guys have you been with?
0.
Then what kind of question is this? Why are you acting like it's debatable? Just say yeah. I mean, who cares? You don't fuck guys. You never fucked a guy, but you don't know if you would. Fuck you.
Don't be so easily offended. He's like, fuck your plugs, Billy. You won't fuck me? Okay, we're not gonna plug your Twitter.
What do I care what I'm swallowing? I don't know. Look into your health, Billy. See a doctor once a year. Holy shit. You can follow Billy on Twitter, the Billy Procida.
If there are any Nina Hartley fans out there, she's on next week. That's I only say because she's like a porn legend.
Oh my god, you know porn. Okay, I just started watching. Okay.
Just now?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, right now I'm watching it. I need a question. There's this dude who has a tattoo on his hand of like a skeleton, and he covers up women's mouth, and it looks like now they're skeletons. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, I mean, I could probably find out very easily.
Why has nobody given me this answer yet? You guys watch so much goddamn porn.
I don't
he
watch-
comes up all the time.
I don't watch people who are like, is it like really kinky stuff because he's covering the mouth?
It's in that genre.
Yeah, not usually my genre, but you know, there's some thoughts come to mind.
Okay.
Maybe small hands.
THOT come up to mind.
I mean, is it from like the Burning Angels category? It could be this. There's one performer called Little Hands.
No, it's from the, I have a van, you need a ride.
Oh, one of those.
That genre.
That genre.
Yeah.
The what are you going to do? Suck my dick?
While I cover you with my skeleton hand.
Yes.
Ugh. Ew.
Wow. Wow, Billy. Ew. Is that your response to sex?
Sorry. You know, whatever you're into is you do
Yeah,
you, boo boo.
it so shows. Yeah.
No, I don't blame you. She's out there, right? And you're a freak. Right?
Didn't you watch horse porn once? What?
Yeah, to study it.
Okay.
Where's that study? What essay did you write?
Yeah, it's in some sock in a drawer.
Is it that crazy to watch people being like choked to death while they're being
No,
fucked?
I don't think it's crazy. It's just not my. It was the skeleton hand, honestly, that was like, okay.
Oh, it was disturbing. And then I watched it again.
I will find out for you.
Thank you,
I
sir.
promise.
Thank you.
Is it so crazy that... Oh, it was disturbing. Is it so crazy, though?
What? What is so crazy?
You watching horse porn? Yes.
Oh, is that so crazy? That's crazy. Oh, it was crazy. That's crazy.
The guy died.
What do you think's going to happen when Henda starts fucking again?
I have no idea. I'm just very excited for your journey.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe nothing will happen.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe all the guys will pass her up.
I think
It's
that,
like, you made us wait too long. No one wants to fuck her.
Well, that doesn't mean anyone's waiting in the wings. It just means that I now lift something that means nothing to anybody but me, really.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden my door will be open. People
Yeah,
will be in line.
I don't think you're gonna be like fucking the day one that you're quote unquote allowed to again. I just think like you're gonna be mindful in the way that you want to be about it. And I'm sure when you want to get laid, you can get laid. It's New York City. You'll do fine.
I don't trust that.
I think I got 2 bets now. Please, she's going to be fucking a subway pole on day 1.
The over under. Do we want to? Can this be like a thing in your forum? Like the over under of how many days after
I'll tell you
the
something.
date?
The first day, she's going to be over and under. You know what I'm saying? You get it.
I want an over under. What do you think?
I think. I don't want to be too conservative. As a handicapper, I think it's 5.5 days over under. I think that's 5.5. I think is the over under.
Okay.
Yeah, put that on the forum. Make that the poll.
All right. Well, I have a speed dating like about 5 days after, so maybe you're
Ooh,
right.
you know I host speed dating, right?
Yeah, you and Calvin Cato, right?
He does. Oh,
Yeah.
he and I will talk.
Okay.
Okay, I'm excited for you.
I'm excited for you also to tell me more about speed dating.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say to see the squirting video.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited about
Okay,
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Goodbye.